welcome, welcome. This is your host, Lizzabitty. Please remember, excuse me, to like, comment, subscribe, and if you have enough followers on your channel, please share on your community tab. So, little housekeeping rules. Again, if you have not watched the Black Boys documentary on my channel, please make it a point to go to my channel, find the Black Boys documentary, and watch that. That is going to provide you with a lot of insight as to why blacks in America are going and migrating back to where their ancestors originated, Mother Alkebulon. All right, so I want to get into today's topic. This topic has to do with a video that Phrankleen made in talking about basically group economics and supporting black-owned businesses. His video was very powerful for me, not because I'm not doing those things, but because this is something that I have long practiced and something that I try to get people around me in my circle to do all the time, There is something innately in us that was put there. Let me make a correction. This is not innate. There is something in us that the colonizers have put in us, and it has stuck in here, and it has stuck in here as to why we do not patronize black-owned businesses or do serious group economics together without scamming each other. So let me first by saying this. Malcolm X has a quote that says, "If you hate the root, you also hate the tree. If you hate Africa, you hate yourself." So any black person that is watching this, I don't care from whence you come, if you have a disdain, if you loathe Mother Alkebulon, you feel that way about yourself, okay? We as people, as blacks in the diaspora, have got to control and take back our power. There is power in finance in any arena, okay? There's power in that. A prime example is how doing political strategies, people can drop money and then these candidates go onto the bandwagon to what the person who dropped the money is on. That shows you the power in that money, in that currency, whatever that currency is. Because money does not have to necessarily be in physical. You can make a system of money out of bartering if it's done correctly, okay? I want to say this. I did a video myself about black-owned mask companies that I have patronized, and I pulled out a boatload of masks, different companies. I listed those companies, etc. I recognize my YouTube channel is small, so my reach is probably won't be that vast, even with some of the keywords that I pick. But what I do recognize is the need for us to always promote one another. We have got to recycle our money with us. That's more bargaining power for us. Able to hire more of us in our companies, all of that. In my description boxes of all my videos, I list several black-owned businesses in there, okay? One is a shoe company. One is a GoFundMe for a gentleman that is a young man who is in Ghana, who is actually, he built his own car and he's doing a fundraiser so he can make more, okay? He also visited recently with Kantanka Motors CEO in Ghana. I have that. I have a black-owned accessory company who I patronize. That is the only place outside of a few other black-owned businesses that I actually get my accessories from. These are black-owned, okay? These glasses, this frame, it's black-owned. This top that I have on and the bottoms that I have on, as well as this that I have on is Black owned. I live and breathe this wholeheartedly because I understand the systemic racism worldwide that has been placed upon people that look like me. So I recognize the importance of that support mechanism and how we have to nurture those relationships. So when Phrankleen made his video, his crowd is far larger than mine, so his reach is further than mine. But I was glad to see an influencer like him speaking about it the way that he was speaking about it. And so I said, okay, I'm going to make one to piggyback off of what he's saying. So in America, studies have come out to talk about how much money Black persons spend on hair care products, yet we do not control the hair care industry in the United States, okay? Historically, I'm going to give you some background as to why we don't control the hair business like we used to control it, okay? Historically, you had a lot of Black-owned hair companies, Dudley, Mizani, just several others that I think it's Design Essentials. I believe they're Black-owned as well. You had companies, they were a little smaller. And what used to happen was you would basically buy distributorships to those large companies. And then those distributors would sell them to small-owned businesses like myself, i.e., when you think about Black hairdressers and beauty salons in the United States. Far different from how it was with Madam C.J. Walker and her whole business model and all of that. So what happened was sometime in the late 80s, early 90s, the Koreans saw this, okay, and started buying up distributorships, okay? They were buying up distributorships so that when their family members were coming from Korea, they basically would be the sole source provider of these products. So think of this. If you did not have a distributorship and you wanted to, let's say, buy Just For Me perm box, and you went to one and you say, hey, I'm a small company. I'm opening up a beauty supply. I need this product. So the head company is gonna say, well, you have to go through one of our distributors to get that. I can't buy directly from you. No, you have to go through the distributors. So when the Koreans start owning these distributorships, they were not selling to people that look like you and I. They were selling to the Koreans who were coming over so they could start their businesses. Hence how they became popular in having the strategic monopoly on all of the hair care product stores in the United States of America. And here we are in 2020. There's a gentleman, I cannot think of his name, but he started up an academy on how you can basically start up your own hair care business. He started this up because he was locked out of trying to get a distributorship, and he saw the sad stories of Black women who were trying to open up beauty supply stores, and they couldn't because they could not get the merchandise. They would go to these distributors who were Korean owned. The Koreans would not allow them to purchase. They would be so nasty to them. Very untoward. So he started up his situation. It's a small scale. I just cannot think of his name right now. However, the people that have come through his small university and have opened their stores, they are so happy to have him because of the simple fact of how he teaches them how to do this business. And when I say beauty supply store, I am not only talking about hair care products. Let's talk about if you own a beauty salon and you need equipment. Chairs, hair washing sinks, dryers, all of the booth equipment that goes with that. They ran the Gestapo, the monopoly on that. So I implore my people, I implore you today. That's a history for the United States, okay? I implore you today to be strategic about spending your money. If you come across, here's an example. Let's say you decide you want to go out and buy a brand new car, okay? And where you live, there's hundreds and hundreds of dealerships to buy cars. Research first to see if one is owned by someone black, okay? That's important. That's very important. Research that first. Now, if you say, okay, well, I wanted a Toyota, and there were no Toyota dealers here in where I am. Okay, you're in a catch-22. So progress on and then make your purchase. This is something that I practice myself. I practice this. I am not telling you that this is something that is so easy and it's going to be this. No. But we have to be strategic about our money. Politicians do not care about you. We as a collective have to care about each other. And I am not talking about people that basically sell out their own people, because we know what happened to them in the Haitian Revolution. Need I say more? Okay? We have to get on code and be aware. People will say, what does on code mean? It means look in the mirror, look at yourself. You are black first. That's called B1. Your loyalty should be to the person you see in that mirror and to the people that look like you, not the people who swindle you. Okay? So I want to thank Phrankleen for making that video, because it ignited something that is already in me. And I want to ignite you as well. It's very important. It's very, very important. Someone posted a video elsewhere about a Chinese man talking about how stupid Africans are. And this is what he said. He basically said Africans were stupid. He said that as an outsider, these African countries allow them in, and they don't even look like them, to let them, because they have a little finance, come into their country and set up shop. The Chinese man said, I can set up the same exact business as someone next door to me or a few doors down from me. And the Africans will not patronize the person who has a business like mine that is maybe next to mine or 2 doors down from mine. They will come to me first. And it's not even about my pricing model. It is because they will not patronize their own kind first. And so he called them stupid, because he said that could never happen in China. Do I find that to be true and appalling? I am not even going to answer that in this sense. Of course it is. If we don't patronize our own, yes, that is appalling. Again, this is a strategic mindset, mind construct. When I do things wherever I am, different places, I'm asking, is that black owned? Is that owned by a Ghanaian? Is that owned by a Nigerian? Is that owned by somebody from Senegal? Because that's important to me. It is important to me. You have to make that become the fabric of your being. And if you do, the only thing that Lizzabitty can tell you is that you will be better off as a people. So please, I implore you, be more strategic about where you spend your money. Okay? There's a saying, get your money where you spend your time. If you spend your time black, that's where you need to be getting your money. Have a good one, Lizzabitty.